Hello, everyone, and welcome to the day three of SAFA Auction Mini Tournament. I'm Sparky Metal, your co-host, and along with me is one of the most talented players of pro clubs, Los Blancos. How you go? How you, bro? How you doing today?
I'm good, Sparky. I'm good, Sparky. It's an honor to join you and be there to witness the set four that we are going to see getting auctioned as part of the SAFA mini tournament. So I'm
Bro,
very excited to
the
see the
honor.
kind of bids that we are going to see today with the limited set of budget that the
Yes.
people have.
So I think with the last set that is going to happen today, along with the list of players that are remaining, I think every manager knows which players are going to come out today, uh, and there is no uncertainty with regards to what players are coming because in the initial sets 1, 2, and 3, we didn't knew which players are going to come, but now everyone knows who are the remaining players. So I think every manager would have noticed what players they have already bought and what players they are going to buy with regards to what positions are available and what positions they want and what players they want specifically. And Blancos, you, I think one of the biggest names that is yet to come out. So yeah, we are very excited with last set, and we are going to not waste a lot of time because already the auction has gone on for more than 6 hours, and today we'll try to wrap it up as quickly as possible. And again, thanks to Safa, thanks to the managers, and thanks to all the viewers who are here to make this very successful. So tonight, again, and just repeat, we have the final set of players who all the managers will be bidding on, along with the players who would be sold at who are going to be unsold at the end of set four. So if we are ready, so we can start off with the auction for tonight.
Yes, we have the list of players on the screen.
Right. So we are starting with the first pick of the day. Let's go. RKO Gunner. So that's a big name that has come out right up, and I'm sure a lot of managers would be bidding already. Blancos, what do you have to say about this player?
Well, I have seen RQ Gunner in a lot of S&P sessions, and he is also part of the VPG India squad. A very talented midfielder, can play absolutely anywhere in midfield. He is very solid defensively and is a personal favorite of mine, I would say. So I
And I'm
don't
sure if
think the manager
manager
should
would have
sleep on him.
if Blancos would have been the manager, he would have bid as high as possible. So let's have the bids flowing in, guys. Let's have the bids flowing in. We already have two bids, Rishit and Silchan, and we have 74 already for RKO Gunner. Guys, let's go. Let's hire up the bids because he's one of the best players, and I'm sure that any player who is able to get the player today, RKO Gunner today, is going to be thanking because he is one of the best
And
players.
we
And we
have the
already have
countdowns now. Okay, 78 million bits from Kutra Kumar.
and we have reached 80. I'm sure that the managers who have not bid yet they should reconsider it because he is one of the best players out there.
Absolutely, any team that is wanting to solidify their midfield in terms of the defensive positioning and all would has to go for him. And I don't think that we would see anything less than 100 million for him.
I'm sure, and the bids just keep on flowing as soon as the countdown is beginning. Let's go, guys. If you want to bid and you want to get the player, I'll say that
Come on,
bid
guys,
as
do
high as
not wait for
possible.
the countdown. Do not wait for the
Do not wait
countdown.
for
If
the
you
countdown.
need him, go for him.
And I'm sure if I would have been the manager, this would have been one player that I would have loved to have on my team. So I'll say if you want to bid for him, you can go for it. Otherwise, Sailchan 84, 86 already, another one that has come out just before the countdown is going to be over. So Sniper FIFA. So if you want that player again, bid for him. Otherwise, we already have a winner. But again, as I can see, somebody is typing. The countdown has begun again. Five, four, three, two, one. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a steal, man. I'll say that's a big steal.
I think
Oh my
that is a
god.
very, very good deal by
That's
Shubham.
that's a
Getting
big
RQ
steal. And
Gunner for 86 million is amazing.
AS Galaxy is having another star named to its team, RKO Gunner, for just 86. And I think that's the biggest steal I've seen, one of the biggest steal of the entire auction. So
Absolutely.
what a signing for AS Galaxy. What a signing. And I'm sure that those managers who have not bid for him would
Let's
end
move
up
on to the
regretting
next
this decision.
player then.
Yeah, we are going to move on to the next player and we are going to try to finish this as soon as possible. Oh, so the next player it's Root Zero, and I believe he is one of the best goalkeeper. If I'm not wrong, Blancos, what do you have to say about this player?
Yeah, so Ruud is again a fantastic goalkeeper. Played for Vikings in the season one of SAFA, and has been slowly adapting and is almost a very well known now throughout the community. So any team that is missing GKs have to go for him.
Yes, any teams that want a quality goalkeeper have to go for him. See, Vikings was one of the best teams in the SAFA tournament that was just concluded. So we already know that he is one of the best players in one of the best teams, a very experienced player. And I'll say that any team
Yes,
that wants
pass
him,
from
any
Rahul
team
and
that wants
Rishit,
him,
and the countdown has begun. Okay, so that's the first unsold player for today, Root Zero. Not worry, as we will have the list of unsold players soon after set 4 is done.
so let's move on to the next player. It's ex Thunder 8, and I believe he is fantastic center back. And let's see which tier he is from. I
Absolutely.
mean, they are
Thunder,
shocking, man.
an amazing player, a very good center back. I've personally known him for a very long time. He has been there in Thugs, I believe, has played there for
Yeah,
the
he has
past
both
season.
thugs. And
Very
quarterfinalist thugs
versatile
was one
player.
of the best teams. Yes, 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 yes. And yeah, I mean, he is one of the good center backs. I have played with him in the defensive line, so I can
Rahul Bhai
recommend him.
just said he cannot afford. That is
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much true with the
unfortunate
budget
because
he has.
yes, yes, and that's one of the best players that is out there. So see, defense line as a defender, I can say is one of the most important positions, most underrated, and you need cool heads there. And I
And that's the
unbelievably,
second unsold player for tonight. Thunder is unsold. And we move
I
on to
think
the
players,
next player.
managers are saving money for the big names. So let's see who is the next name, and yeah, some really shocking things that are happening. And the next player is Sad AF. We know what the full form might be of AF. So Sad AF 118838. He is the
Come
next
on, can
player.
we see some high bids for this guy? I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy afterwards and he will change his
Yeah.
username.
And so he is tier 4. We can start the bid as low as 10. There are a lot of teams that require players who might pop up as a surprise. So this player might be a surprise of the tournament. I'll say that as his description is saying, he is a tiki taka player, simple gameplay. I think he's going to be a good team player. So I'll ask the managers if they want, go for the bids.
And the
And now
countdown
I'm
has finished, so that's, I
finished, and we
believe, the
have
third
three
player
in a row.
that is unsold tonight.
Yes, I think managers have come out with a clear plan, man. So that's Saitama, maybe a bit, Saitama might be the one who has inspired this guy to name his Saitama. But so he's a tier 3 player. Again, the description is Tiki Taka, so
I
he can
have
play in the
actually
yes.
known this guy, so he's another very good player. I believe he plays for Hawks United. Another very good player. He's a foot pro as well, so anyone's interested, they can go for him. You will not regret.
I think the
Can play
managers have.
really anywhere. Just look at the positions he has mentioned: center back, TM, attack. This guy is versatile.
I think the managers have decided that they are going to bid for some players, and some players aren't in their uh, idea right now, but maybe they are waiting for these players to come out later so that they can buy them at a different price. So moving on to the next player, we have Doc AKIF. I don't know how to pronounce it right. Doc Akif, that might be the pronunciation, maybe a doctor, but let's go through how he is as a player. So tier 4 player, hardworking with all-round ability, skill at both defending and attacking, solid box to box. That's a very solid description. And I'll say if again you are looking for a player who might be a surprise, who might do very well for your team and might not cost you that much, again go for the player. Managers, I am going to ask you to start believing in a lot of these players because these are the players that might be the steal for you guys. Unknown players maybe, but they might be the steal. Anyway, we have the countdown already. So five, four, three. Anybody who wants to bet. Half of the managers I think are sleeping at this time, sleeping on the talent that is available to them right now. So another player I think that's gone unsold. I think we are going to have a lot more time of giving to these this list of unsold players. So next player we have is Tracy Candy Bay. So I mean that's a very
That's a very
interesting name. But
interesting username.
yes, TFO player, another more Ozil, less Neymar. So I think this player is another creative masterclass performance. That's what you can expect from him. But again, a lot of the managers are not just interested in
I honestly
a lot
love
of
that
players.
description, more Ozil, less Neymar. So definitely a
Yes,
team
yes.
player,
So
someone who likes to create,
definitely a team player, man.
plays
So
for Blue
again,
Tigers, a quality team.
I'll say again because these guys are the steel for your team, especially those managers who require number of players, but their budget is limited. So these are the guys that you have to go for. Managers, I'll ask again. These are the guys that you have to go for because we have just another unsold player. I think that's the biggest budget issue that a lot of managers are having that they're going to try for their guys. So next player
Okay,
is
we have a
it's a
big
big.
name. It's Jay Links from the Blitzkrieg. He plays as a midfielder in Blitzkrieg, is obviously well known across the community. He's a fantastic midfielder and is definitely going to be on the targets of a lot of captains.
So we need, I mean, a lot higher bid for this guy, man. Blitzkrieg player, Invincibles. We already know what kind of team Blitz is, and any player that is already in Blitz, it's just going to be amazing. You already know that. So I'll say we keep the offers flowing in, we keep the budget, I mean, reducing. And I'll say, I mean, you have to break the bank for such a good player. We already have, I think, the highest bid for today, that's 90. And I'll expect the bids just to go up and up and up, and managers pushing each other for such a quality player. As he has said, he can play at various positions throughout the midfield. And a player from Blitz, I mean, that's going to be real steal. And we already see Skills and Rishit going after this. So, first player that has touched 100 today. Blancos, again, what do you have to say about this player? Because
I mean,
we
it's
have
no
played against
shock.
him.
A player of Taylor's capability has to go for a big amount. Although we are into day three, but I would not be surprised to see him go for a lot.
Yes, yes, I'm 100%. I mean, I mean, I really hope that we see the bids flowing in more and more, and we are seeing more players, more managers entering up. We had Blaze also. We had, I mean, Skills. Of course, he has a very big budget with him. Shrey has gone in with 125. So I'll say, if you want this player, don't wait for the countdown to come in because it's going to come in at any time now. If you want this player, bid now, bid big, and get a quality player in your team who is going to. We already have the countdown, so Shrey is currently leading. So, oh no, so
Five, four.
Skills has entered the chat a little late, so it's 1:30, and Shrey is typing now 1:35. So I think we are going to see a tug of war between two players, two managers who have deep pockets right now. 140 already, so I should skills. I think he know that he has to go for some big names. We has to build his team around some good players. So I think he might be thinking that this is one player that he can build his team or maybe build his midfield around. 150, so we have crossed another landmark. 150, and Shrey is trying to up the ante. 155. Blancos, what do you have again about
As of
the
now,
way
it appears to be a two-horse race with Aisho Skills and Shri going after Jailings. And we have the countdown 5-4 again. Aisho Skills with a bid of 160 million. Come on, if you need him, you have to go for him, guys. Now the
you
budget
have
needs
to
to be
bid
increased,
higher?
multiples of 10. Come on.
Yes, guys, if you have to go for him, if you want this player by your entire heart,
And
I
that's
think
a
you have to
pass from
money there.
Shri. I think the last bid that stands is as 160. And we have the countdown 3, 2, 1.
Skills.
And Jailings
And
has
that's
gone to
true.
iShow Skills. That's a brilliant signing, and I would say it's a steal of a deal.
Again, a blitz player, so it has to be a quality player. Otherwise, a player of such a, I mean, caliber going at such a good price, I think that's an absolute steal. So now we are going to move on to the next player. Let's see who that is. Oh, it's none other than the captain of Pollos Hermanos, Los Blancos boy, and I don't think he needs a big description. We should already be having the bids coming up. So tier one player, of course, and I think you have to bid more than 100 because we already know that he is not going to go for such a low price. Guys, best center attacking midfielder, absolutely talented player, might be the next. I mean, with his potential, could be the Messi of this entire community, and I'll say he can go past multiple players with one, two, three, four step over skills. He has everything with his passing range, passing ability, and I have played for this guy in the team of Puyos Hermanos, and I think it was a big surprise to everyone that under his leadership, the team reached the final. And 145. So Drizzy also entered the chat. 150 by Uni. So could be the game-changing player for this entire tournament for any of these teams who's able to get such a good player. Country Benoit, I know that's a joke, but yeah, of course he is from India and he's one of the best players. Rahul Burks again apologizes because he cannot afford a player of such caliber. 165. I'll still say that keep the bids flowing in. If you have the money, put it out there for this guy because he is one of the biggest names in set four, and you have to absolutely go in for him, go big for him. And we have the countdown. So Axel Blaze is there, 170 for Blancos. Come on, guys, you have to put in the money. This guy is worth every penny. I'm 100% assuring you of that. Of course, you are allowed to hype yourself. I think I'm doing the best job I can to hyping up the captain. And I know that after this, Blancos might give me a different role other than the CB if I'm able to do this right. So 200. So we have finally crossed 200. And I was expecting the first bid to be around 200 because he was not going to go below that price tag in any way. So Blancos is still, I mean, you can still get the player on your team, and this could be the absolute game changing player for the entire tournament for your team. 220. Yeah, I mean, Rizzy is right. 200 is the new 500, as we can say. 225. I know the pockets don't run that deep right now. Some of the teams can't even afford one tier one player now because they don't have even 100. But I can assure you that if he would have come in the set one, he would have gone for absolute bonkers price, and he would have been still worth every penny that you're going to put in for him. 245. Surely 250 is going to be the next bid. Come on, guys. 250, we already have that much of amount. Bid is there and it's still going up. Still going up. I mean, yeah, I mean, Shrey is right. Still cheap, but man, 250 could be equal to 500 from day one or day two. And 265, he is worth everything, guys. You want a midfielder to dictate the play, you want a player to have that quality in your attack. Without Blancos, I say you might not be able to play the best football you can play out there. So countdown has become, guys, anybody who wants here to be in, I think countdown is there and it's done, it's done, it's done. So Blancos has been very good. Biggest prize, one of the biggest names. Blancos, enter the chat now. You have gone just been sold to the team of Unicycle for 265, I believe. That's one of the highest, and I'm sure if I let me tell you guys, this would have been worth at least 500. This guy would have been worth at least that. Absolute nuts, guys. And big congratulations to Uni for securing the signing of Blancos.
All right, we can move on to the next player on our screen.
As humble as always, Blancos is back in the chat. So we have the next player, Zethus. I'm not sure how to pronounce there. If Blancos, you have anything to say about this player, otherwise we will be having some description. He's a tier 4 player and he used to play for LOL. So yeah, let's see if we can have bids for this guy. Managers, if you want a playmaker, a team player who is again quick passing, he can play across the midfield. If you want this player, go for it, go in for him because again, I'm telling you, there are a lot of you guys who have to bid for players who are within your budget, and this is like you are passing on such good players, such good opportunities to fill up the players in your team. And again, I mean, playmaker, team player, his description says all. But again, unsold. I think managers have decided that they are going to spend their budget on some very specific players. So again, Spartan AB06 is the next player. I think managers have taken that approach that There are certain players that they're going to buy later on, but they want to focus their budget on some players. But don't worry, anyone who has not gone sold, you will be able to find a team after the set four is completed. So again, Spartan, he is CDM left wing free agent right now, TF4 player. Hasn't written any description, but again, a lot of managers are just not going in for, because they might not be knowing personally, and I don't think that's the right approach. Again, you have to go in for players who are going to be brilliant for your team, as most of their descriptions already said that they are team players. And believe me, guys, you want team players in your team, those who listen to your instruction and follow it. So moving on, Katamaka, that's 99. Katamaka is the next player. Blancos, what do you have to say about this player?
Well, again, he is one of the best players to come out from Bangladesh. I believe he is a foot pro, plays for Razor Wolves, an absolute goat of a team. And, this guy is going to be very, very good for any team that gets him. So I think managers need to go for him. It's
I
shocking to see managers
it's shocking.
keeping on such a
Absolutely.
talent.
And see, the countdown has already started, but man, I have seen this guy play. He is absolutely nuts and very difficult to defend as a defender. Again, we have the countdown that's already over, and another shocking thing that has been the, I mean, entire night has been the same thing. So again, another player that goes unsold, and we move on to the next one then. God, R4H. So I don't know if that particularly stands for something, but we'll shortly have the description of this next player onto our screen. So he's a tier 4 player, skiller, trickster, constant pressure. I think high work rates is what you can expect, and a player from team FC Bengaluru. So I'm sure that there would be some bids for this guy. He has won a few offline online tournaments. So let's see, man. Let's see if we have bids for this guy. I mean, guys, if you want, just put in the bids. I'll appreciate that. Please don't write anything else. Just pass, or if you want to bid. Because what do you think is going through the mind of managers, being one of the manager yourself who has managed Koyos and Manos? What are the managers planning? So many players that are going unsold. Another player that has gone unsold. Next, moving on, we have X L, if I'm pronouncing that right. So another player that is out there for the
I believe
managers.
he is the winger for MV Unified, quality winger.
And
Obviously plays for MV Unified, another big team to come out of the SAFA league. He is a playmaker. That's what his description says. Can play
runs.
anywhere and in attack, and has mentioned CB, so can be a part-time center back as well.
This is a true definition of being a versatile player. But again, guys, so we
And
have
we see the first bit from Raise You, his own teammate, not surprised at all.
and I think I'll have to say, see, MV Unified players must be amazing because they did so well in a tournament, being a foreign team, and maybe they might be having hyping in certain occasions also. But I have played versus MV Unified, and they are an absolute unit to play against. Very difficult to break down. Very good in attack. So if this guy was one of the wingers, one of the players of MV Unified, I'll say that you have to go for him. The bid should be more. 84 is already there for X Drexel, and he, again, like he has said, he can play across wing, he can play in a creative role of cam, and he can play in defensively also CB. So you got everything covered that you want, and you know that he's a quality player, being one of the best teams who were in the knockouts of SAFA tournament. So 92, and we have touched 100 for this guy, and I'm sure that the bids would keep on coming, and he will go for the price that he absolutely deserves for the talent that he has. Unified Blancos, you have played. Oh, the countdown has already begun, and we might. Oh, so has come in with 105, and the countdown was going on, but the managers are still bringing out the money for this guy. Let's see, guys. I mean, if you want before him, I mean, put in the money before the auction starts. The option update starts typing down the countdown. So 115 already from Shrey, and I think there's again a two horse race, Shrey and another member of. team from MB Unified. So 125, I think that's a very good price. And if you guys really want, if Shrey wants them, he has to bid at least 130 now. 130 Shrey, are you there for this player? Auction updates have started typing. So if Shrey, you are there, you have to bid. Otherwise, 125 or 130. So this came after one. So what is happening? So if this is going to be counted or not? Uh, Done. So that's done.
Okay, Shrey, you need to send the screenshot if you bought the player before 1K.
Yes, yes, Shrey. So if you have done that before the countdown ended at one, if you had posted 130, then
No,
please do
Rasu,
it.
we got your screenshot. Shrey, we need the screenshot, please.
Shrey,
Is
if
Shrey
you
here?
are there, Shrey, please be sharing the screenshot with the admins or with one
Please
of
share the
the
screenshot in this chat itself.
in
If,
this chat itself.
yeah.
Otherwise, we are
If
going to consider this place.
yeah, if we don't get the screenshot in the next 15 seconds, please continue.
Shrey, if you are there, yeah, Shrey, if you are there, please. Otherwise, we are going to move on with the players sold to raise WX. I think that's what I can read. Uh, Shrey, again, last chance. Otherwise, we are moving on. Go on. Okay, so Shrey has even out of this competition, and we have another player that has gone to Kamikaze, I believe that's the team, another brilliant buy, and they still have a lot of money in their wallet to go on and bid for some other good players that they might be targeting. So yeah, again, we still have, I mean, teams that have to be filled. Lavender team is still short of a lot of players. AS Galaxy short of a lot of players. Short of money also, AS Galaxy has to go in for players that they can buy for cheap without much of competition. Let's see. I mean, some teams are filling out, but some teams require a lot of players, and some teams have the budget also, as we can see UNRFC big budget still available with them, Hornets FC big budget. So let's move on to the next player, and let's see what here we
That's
have
a
Akers.
very big name, Akarsh Kulki, the center back for Blitzkrieg. And this is a very big name, guys. His description says superb striker, but do not get fooled. He is one of the best center backs in the community.
Guys, the team that conceded the least amount of goals throughout the tournament, the knockouts, the finals, semi-finals, everything. If you see that, you already know what kind of center back you're going to sign if you go on and get this player. And we already have the bid moving on straight away from 105 to 150. And I think if you want this player, that is how you have to bid. 160 from Drizzy, hoping to sign one of the best center backs in the entire community. Again, he is the center back for Blitzkrieg, as Blancos said. Blancos, we have played against Blitz in friendlies, and we have played against this guy. So
Course,
you
I'm
know
telling you
already.
guys, this guy is a nightmare to play against. He is not going to let anyone past him. He is that good. Any team that gets him has basically their defense sorted. But I'm sure he
I
has,
mean,
as per his description, he might want to play a striker, but again, you need to have this guy in your team.
he can play left back also, but I think his most experienced position is that of center back. 180 by eye show skills, and that's just beaten by Axel Blaze. So he has 185 as a bid for one of the best center backs in the community, one of the best center backs in the game. Come on, guys, pro clubs. One of the best center backs is out there for you to take into your team and get your defense sorted without much of a trouble. So if you want this guy, let's see a bid of 200, and we already have that. I show skills with a bid of 200. Let's see a bid above that value so that we know that you are interested. One of the best center backs again and again. I have to repeat myself, but now we see auction updates typing. So this is the time to finally give your last bids if you are interested for one of the best center backs. I'll again say one of the best center backs. 210. I show skills. You have to show in the money also, man. You have to throw out the money if you want the best players in your team. Simply, it's as simple as that. And you have the money in the bank to put out. Axel Blaze is typing. So let's see what his bid is, or is he passing out? So 215, the competition is still out there. it's a two-horse race again, and I think these two managers knew that this is one of the players that they have to go in all out for. Axel Bays has passed finally, so I think it's more or less one player who is going to sign the player. Oh, we have a late entry. It's out of nowhere. We have Sailchan CFC 225 is a two-horse race yet again, and as terrifying as that DP is by Sailchan CFC, he just comes out of nowhere, and I show skills shows the money that he has saved throughout the sets. Oh man, 235 still been outbid. I show skills is still been outbid for one of the finest centre backs the game has ever seen, the pro clubs community ever seen. Campos, I mean, if you have more to add so that we can finally see what kind of caliber this player has as a manager, how would you rate him?
Oh, absolutely, he is fantastic. I mean, this guy knows how to manage stuff, and he will bring leadership as well with him. So anyone going for him will not regret it.
And we just when we thought that this bid might be over, we have Sales and CFC coming out of nowhere with a bid of 260, and he's still trying to up the ante for this player. And this is one of the highest price player today that we are having set for, and we have the countdown. So five, four, three. Oh, okay. I think this is going to take a lot of time, man. So Sales and CFC has finally passed, and we already have one single bidder. Uh, I mean, Balaji has a back-end comment to just terrify everyone who has been bidding. So we still have this player being sold. So I think 3-1 is what I can see. And congratulations to Aisho's skills. He has signed another player from Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg players are going to bat as bandits, but they just have 109 billion left and they still require a lot of players. So yeah, man, bat as bandits manager, Aisho skills, you have to make sure that you are spending the money wisely from here on out and you get the minimum number of players that are required. Otherwise, the top player might be sold out. So yeah, you have to see. And again, I'm repeating, you are letting go of such talented players. Managers, if you want to look what kind of budget you have in your pocket, just have a look at the screen right now so that we can move on to the next player. So let's go for the next player and not take a lot of time. Asha 3094, amazing player, I'll say. I have played with him for many years. I've played FUT against him. I have played pro clubs against him. This guy scores out of nowhere, and he's one of the finest players. So I'll say, I mean, don't go for tier 4 for this guy. He is definitely a tier 2, tier 1 player. You don't know his potential. I do. And he can play, as he has said, throughout the midfield in a defensive position as a center mid also, or winger also. And I've seen him absolutely scoring some amazing goals from the mid, from wide mids. But let's see if we have any bids. But unfortunately, I don't see any bids from the managers. And we have the countdown already over. Bro, don't worry, you will be sold to some of the team. But moving on, we have Prashant Sagar 7 or PS as we like to call him. So he's a player currently with Poyos and Manos, which says a lot already about the caliber and potential of this player. Again, I'll say don't go with the tier guys. He is very, very good tactically, one of the best players. And in the pro clubs community, when it was not with the crossplay, when we were having Xbox only communities, this guy won almost all the tournaments with his teams and tactics. So brilliant leadership skills, I'll tell you. He is one of the best players. Thugs Union was the team that he was playing in the last season, but now he is back with Poyos. His description says he wants to play on the wings, but I mean, you can go and ask Blancos. Blancos, what do you have to say about PS Prashant Sagar?
Of course, a very versatile player, can play almost anywhere, is a very good fullback as well, can play wing and striker as well. So a talent that you need to go for, guys. He is very good.
Yes, guys, and I cannot stress enough on how good this player is. So if I mean, you can take it from me, he's one of the finest players out there. And one of the things that I can say about him is he's tactically brilliant. So if you have right tactics with you and you tell this guy that you have to do this in the game with whatever position you're playing him at, he is definitely going to give you a 9 out of 10 performance, at least a 9 out of 10 performance every match day. And brilliant player again, and you can count on my saying that he can play in defense also, he can play mid also, he can play out on the wing also. Again, because he is a very experienced player and tactically brilliant, and from Mumbai, so he'll not be having ping issues. Mumbai players are always OP. But I think we have sniping in one of the best players, in my opinion, that were on this list. So I think we have Prashant Sagar sold sniper who has sniped a brilliant signing. Sniper, let me tell you, I'm not going to regret signing Prashant Sagar because he is an amazing player. He goes for 58, and AS Galaxy still has a lot of slots to fill in with a budget of 132 million. Galaxy of stars, as I can say that. So all stars Galaxy, you have signed yourself an absolute beast. But again, managers, look into that and let's go with the new player. Keep the budgets in mind, guys. Keep the budgets in mind. Next player is Akshay Arora. Oh my God. So that's a big name again. Blancos, bro, you have more information on this guy. So what do you have to say about Akshay Arora?
Well, again, a very good player, plays for VPG India as well, a very regular guy in SNP sessions as well, a personal friend. He is a quality player and plays for Bengaluru FC, can play anywhere in midfield, but his primary position is DM. Is absolutely press proven. That's how he likes to call himself. Is going to go for big. That's what I feel.
Rishi already with 100 and Balaji is trying to inflate or maybe just give on the right price. But I'm sure if this had been set one, two, three, and managers would have their pockets filled up, this guy would have gone for definitely, as Balaji said, 200 because he is one VPG player, two experienced player, three with Bangalore, who was one of the semi-finalists, and a brilliant player. And again, I mean, Rizzy has passed, but Axel Blaze is absolutely going in with 115 as the bid. So if there are any other teams that want to go for this guy, otherwise you are going to let Axel take an absolute bargain price on one of the best players. But Shrey has entered the bidding, the auction with 120, and we have a late twist with just 2 seconds to go with the countdown updates in the. I mean, again, Shrey. So you are leading the race now for the 120, and Axel Blaze has passed, and I can definitely see that Shrey is going to win this race. So Shrey, if you are going to not be going unchallenged for this, you are. I mean, Shrey said thanks. So we already know, brilliant signing for Shrey. I think he would be very happy. All Stars team sign a big star with
All
just
stars are
120.
looking cracked right now. I mean, the kind of plays
Man, I
he
can't
has
believe you
got in
guys.
his team, it's fantastic.
You guys should have made it a lot tougher for All Stars because just look at the players that they have, and we can see who has been highlighted. Also, one of the best entertainers I can say in the group in the last few days. But yeah, I mean, Prime Dwayne, Chelsea's. I mean, Charan Jot is there. Tailspin is there's been Vizmania and Akshay Arora. I mean, I'm very sorry, Akshay Arora, and he still has 164 million in his pocket. Few more players that you have to buy, man. Four more slots that you have to fill. So let's move on. Let's move on. I don't know what UNRFC is doing because they have a lot of money. Next is me, so Blancos. Go for it.
Well, we have Sparky Medal. The Sparky Medal, one of the best center backs, I believe, in this entire community, plays for VPG India again. So, guys, this is basically the backline of Poyos. He has been playing alongside Tailspin and Vishwa. So, I'm telling you guys, he is the man you have to go for if you need to solidify your defense. He's an absolute master of a tactician as well. He is going to help you with the tactics as well. Do not sleep on this guy. He is a foot pro as well. As we can see, bids coming in from Rishit for 100 million. Rahul Bhai says he cannot afford you, Shobit. It is true with his current budget right now. Come on, guys, can we see any more bids? And we see the countdown beginning 5, 4, 3. That would be a steal if you go for 100. And Rizzi with 105 million. I'm sorry, Shrey, 102 million will not be counted. So we start at 105. Come on, guys, can we see more bids? So it's currently 105 right now. Rizzi is going for his boy. Can we get a confirmation from the admins? Is the countdown over? I think Drizzy have to submit a screenshot. Okay, we have a confirmation from auction updates. Sparky Middle has been sold to Rishit's team for 100 million. Guys, this has to be the deal of the auction tournament. Come on, a centre back like Sparky going for 100 million is bonkers. I believe. Can we see the screen again? Okay, I think the team name is a UNRFC, and Sparky Middle will be joining them for a price tag of 100 million, which I feel is nothing less than 300 or 400 million right now. So kudos to Team UNR, and we move forward to the next player.
We have another top center back beast with the team VPG India also. So let's go and see a lot of pitch for this guy because he is one of the best center backs out there. So teams that require center backs go out for him, go all out for him. Heavy metal, that's how he likes to play with a lot and lot of pressure on the opponent strikers. He goes in with the tackles, he jockeys when it's the time, and he's one of the best center backs. So come on, guys, you have to bid high for him. You have to keep the bids going in. You have the money. A lot of teams have the money. So we have the bid at 105. And Silchan is typing. We have the countdown already going on. And he is the one who is leading the race right now. So can we see more bids? Can we see more bids for one of the most experienced center backs out there? Come on, guys. You have to make sure. Read his description. He was I mean, he managed and played several clubs in IPCL, so that means he is a professional who has been playing for a long time and has a lot of experience. Come on, guys, he is BPG Thailand winner with FC Bengaluru, so he is the one who is going to give you a lot of relief in the defensive back line. So we have the bids coming in. 145 is the highest, 150, and I think this is going to go on a little bit more tug of war between these two guys. But I'll say, guys, if you want to outbid and destroy the willingness of your other fellow manager to bid for the player that you're going for, bid higher. Don't only go for plus fives, go for plus 10, plus 20, plus 30. And I'm sure once you do that, you won't be in an anxious race of winning the player that you want in your backline or in the team that you are building for yourself. And don't forget, guys, the auction updates has already begun the countdown. Come on, guys, 170 is the next bid, and I hope that we see a lot higher bids or we see a pass. And I can see Shrey and Silchan both are typing. So do we have another bidder in the race or do we have a winner here? Let's go on and see. Blancos, what do you have to say about one of the finest centre backs, please?
Well, what more to say? He is a solid center back, one of my personal favorites when it comes to the center back position. Has played for heavy metal, has been an absolute menace to all the attackers, doesn't matter which team they play for, and has been there in multiple team of the weeks as well. That just goes on to show, and he was part of TOTS as well, if I remember correctly. So him going for a very big amount is not shocking, and we can see more bids coming in.
So I think he is being sold to Hornets FC, which had a big budget, and they went in with a lot of money and were a lot of expectations from P. So I'm sure that he is going to be an absolute crack player, an absolute asset, and an absolute headache for the opponent's team that did not go out for him. So we have Priest who has been sold to Axel Blaze. What a steal, man! Again, you are winning this day four. Next player is Suji 224 APR. I guess that's his birthday. But let's go and see the details about this guy. Blancos, do you have anything to say about him?
Well, we have Suji Bhai, the manager for Imperial Falcons. What a guy. He is so experienced. He's also part of VPG Team India and, is an absolutely versatile player, can play anywhere, in defense, in midfield, in attack. Is a very humble guy and, being, from Imperial Falcons and managing them and, they reached a knockout. So you guys can just figure it out. What a top talent he is.
Man, and let me tell you, the managers who have been managing in the previous season, they are absolute crack players in their own right. And I'm sure that Suji Bhai is also one of those players who, in their description, has said versatile. And if you want players who can play multiple positions, because believe me, guys, this is not the team that you have sit around and made with a lot of time. These are auction teams, so you need players who are good at different positions, so that within the tournament or in between the tournament, when you realize that you are missing a particular player who can play a particular style that you maybe want, then this is one guy who is going to be the answer for all of your questions. So we already have a bid of 76 by Unicycle, and this is a two-team race until unless we have a surprise entrant. Sailchan CFC has bid 80, and that has just been beaten 82 by Unicycle, who's building an absolute crack team in his own right. So let's see if we have more bids coming in, and I think I see Sailchan CFC typing. He has gone +2. Auction updates is typing. So guys, fasten that bidding process if you want to get this guy. And again, I'll say bid in not in just multiple of two, bid as high as possible. So we have Chelsea CFC who has left the auction for this player. So I think we have a winner, and we just wait for the confirmation. And we have the countdown over now. So Unicycle has got his this guy at for just 86. What a team that he has been building, man.
I'm
Blancos and
telling you,
Suji Bhai.
that is a great signing. Fujibai
Great
for
signing, and
under
man,
100 million. That's a steal.
still has 233 million left. One player, I don't know what he's going to do with that kind of budget. He's going to pick any player that he wants now. We still have a lot of players that are going to be sold. And guys, again, managers, look at the budgets that you have. Look at the number of players that are still going to be there as the minimum number of players that you want in your team. That has to be there. So bid accordingly and bid smartly. So let's move on to the next player. Extinct 22K. Sankos, I'll let you describe this player.
Well, I don't think I know this guy personally, so can we have the player details for this player? Okay, so he's a tier 4 player, plays for Blue Tigers. His description says quick passing and high press. That is something you definitely want from your midfielders. That's a great description. Can play absolutely anywhere in midfield, can also play wing. So, can we have some bits for this guy?
Guys, those teams that are missing a lot of talented players, I mean, these are the players that you have to go for, because quick passing and high press is something that you want in your team. But unfortunately, the countdown is over again. And don't worry, bros. Those who have been unsold, they are going to be placed in the teams. Managers are still going to pick on the best players for their team from you guys. So next player we have is TMV Paloma. So can we have the description about this guy real quickly? So Oman, so he is MV Unified player tier 1, so minimum bid is going to be 100. The official captain of MV Unified, giving pro FIFA player from South Asia who has competed in many tournaments internationally. So I think that description should alone bring in a lot of bids, man. I don't really have to pump up anything about this guy. He is going to be an absolute asset for your team. And I'll say that if you want this player, you have to bid a good amount of money. So 105 is already a bid, and Axel Blaze is typing. He might go and place a higher bid, and that's what he does. The positions that this guy can play are across the midfield and across the attack line. So I think he's one of the best players. And as the description says, he's a pro EFC player, as we know the game is called now. And that's what I was talking about, a jump of 40 from 110 to 150 straight away. Axel Blaze, he goes and puts another 10 on that. So come on, guys, if you want a pro player, and that's again, that's what I have been talking about. That shows intent, and intent is what gets you the best players. That is what gets you the best team for yourself. And I think MB Unified captain is going to find him a very nice team. Axel Blaze, let's go. So this guy had 13 goals, 14 assists. So come on, guys, you can bid higher, and that's what we find. 205. Axel Blaze really is going for this player. I think he had already thought of having this, but his bid is absolutely
And Razy
broken.
just shutting Excel Blaze up with a bid of 265 million, and he's going to bring his boy back into
Um,
his team.
I'm going to be absolutely uh, blasted for saying 14 asset, but let's go and go ahead and we see an absolute intent, show of intent for Kamikaze. I think they have 265. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Is that the minimum, right? If I'm not wrong, that's the minimum. So Kamikaze has got the minimum, but I think they can still go for one tier four player. So let's move on. Let's move on. I think that's a good team with 8 nates and captain of MB Unified. So next player is Ransu0596. Let's go and see the details about this player, and let's see some
Uh, can you show the player
big
details?
bits. Yes, I think 23 players left after this, and a lot of teams require a lot of players. So, guys, this is a tier 3 player, and we already have the first bid. So, Imperial Falcons player, he can play across the midfield, as he has said. He prefers to be a backup player due to availability issues, but that should not stop teams from going out for this player because he is quality player, and you require defensive midfielders in your team who can provide the right cover. So Rishit is with 40 as a bid, and I don't see any more bids. But if we have any manager who is going to bid for him, this is the time. So out of nowhere, Rahul Bhai has bidded, and we have Rishit upping the ante again with a bid of 50.
Come
So
on, we need to see
Rahul,
everything for it, Rahul bhai.
yes, Rahul Bhai, if you want to go for this player, go all in, put in the chips. 52, and he does. He ups the ante again, and that's 52 for Hanzu. Let's go. If we have a higher bid coming up, let's have it right now. And because I know that there are multiple teams looking to sign this player. So Rishit, do we have a bigger bid from your side, or it's Rahul Bhai who is going to run away as the winner? And Rishit has gone with a plus 15, but I think that has to be 68. I think 67 couldn't be the bid. 66. All right. Yeah, why not 69? Why not 69? But I think that's something he's saving for someone else, I guess. So he is going to bid for 66. That's the bid. And Rahul Bhai budget is something that he has to look into before he can place another bid. So he can't afford, he says. So Rishit, I think, is the runaway winner until unless we have someone pulling out a Randy Orton move. So let's see, and we have the countdown, which is now over. So 3, 2, 1, it's done. And Red Devil Rishit, who is should be a Manchester United fan, he is able to sign another player. So that's a teammate for me, and I'm happy to have good players with my team. And yeah, I think team is also looking good, especially we have a big budget remaining. So let's go and let's see some more players. Let's see who is next, and let's see what managers are planning to do with their teams with regards to positions and with regards to the quality of players that are remaining. So again, just look into it and let's go and start. Great Kingpin, a Spider-Man villain apparently, but let's see what is the description. And Blancos, do you want to put some words in for him? So, pro club and experience since FIFA 16, so definitely an experienced player playing for Macon FC, and again another player who can play in the mid and play in the attack. So a good team player. Uh, yeah, I
Definitely, and the
mean,
description shouldn't be overlooked. He is someone who has a pro club experience from a FIFA 16, so that is quite early. So you can pretty much assume that this guy knows the basics of the game and is very well adept with the mechanics of pro clubs throughout these years. So definitely someone we should see managers bidding on. Raise you with a 10 million. That should be a
and I
steal
think
for this
yes,
guy.
yes, yes. I feel in the four sets there would be very few players who are going to be such a steal, and I think Great Kingpin is perhaps going to beat other teams with Rasvi, because I think if that's Rasvex, I don't know how to exactly pronounce it. Sorry, bro, if I'm pronouncing it right, because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing. But great buy, man, great buy. That's an absolute steal, and Balaji puts the seal of approval on this purchase for such a low price, an absolute bargain for such a good player. So let's see the team sheets how they're looking on right now. Blancos, what do you think is one of the strongest teams that is, I mean, happening
I
right
mean,
now?
I,
Which
I
team?
mean, slowly skimming through, I think All Stars are looking pretty strong, and they have some very big names. And I think Control All Defeat have also got some very, very good players in I think the last 7 or 8 bits that they have done. So these two teams look really strong to me.
Yeah, that's absolutely. And I'll say Crimson Knights look pretty good after they have signed these two players, including you, bro. But I'll say, I mean, I'm still seeing AS Galaxy and Lavender requiring a lot of players. Same with Badass Bandits, and they have a little bit low budget when you compare it with the budget of Lavender. So Lavender team, bro, still and CFC, you have to know what you're doing because you are letting go of a lot of players. Even though you have players like Imad and Godnix, Orange Head, and Hell CM, a lot of good players. But let's see who the next player is. We are seeing the teams being finally forming and getting an idea of what is happening. But the next player is TMAHMUD. So the Muhammad 152. So let's see the description for. Oh, that's a tier 2 player. And he likes to play it short. He likes to play one touch passing. And he was with Titus. And I don't want to pronounce it in a very uh, what I can say, different way. But yeah, let's see bids for this player because he's a tier 2 player. So minimum bids have to be starting from 70. So any takers for one of the talented players that we have, and guys, you can understand these tiers were decided upon the performances of players, and being in tier 2 is no joke. So let's see if anybody still wants to bid for him. But again, we have the managers keeping their budget for I don't know what now because not a lot of players are left and a lot of quality players are being let go of. Okay, Blanco, I'll let you carry on with this big name.
Well, it's one of the top names from Bangladesh community. Ado Chelsea plays for Razor Wolves, is a foot pro. I personally have played against him, and guys, this guy is cracked. He is an absolute banger of a attacker. Can play anywhere in midfield and attack as well. Although he has mentioned that he wants to play in midfield only, but do not get fooled by this description where he says he's nothing special. He is special and he is very, very good.
I think Ilchan CFC has listened to my saying, and we have Axel Blaze out of
And Balaji
nowhere.
is requesting for other captains to pitch in because he knows that how good of a player Ado Chelsea is.
Yes, absolutely. He is a very, very talented, a very special player. Played for Razor Wolves, which was one of the best teams in the SAFA tournament that just concluded a few months ago. And Balaji thanking Faraz because he knows that this player deserves a lot more bids, a lot more bids coming from these teams. Because come on, guys, you can see 23 assists, team of the season. He is a big player, and you guys are just letting other managers steal such big players for so cheap. And oh my god, what a signing! What a signing! I don't think Seilchan can believe his luck because Lavender has purchased a player of such a big caliber, which would have gone for such a high price for just 120, and they still have a lot of money left. And man,
That's
I think
just
well played.
crazy, crazy, crazy. Ado Chelsea for
And
120 million is I don't know, has to be one of the biggest steals for the day.
yes, I mean that's one of the biggest steals of the day of the entire auction. And you have done a great job with this signing. So, managers, I'll request you to not let other managers get such good players so easily. At the meantime, you are letting go of so many good players and letting them go unsold. But let's go and move on to the next player because we have a lot of players still remaining with us. Next player, Ashwin 1411. So let's see the details about this player. Blancos, anytime that you want to pitch in about what you feel about this players, you can go in for it.
Well, it's none other than Ashwin, plays for the Rikers 11, is a great player, can play anywhere in midfield, has been a key player for Rikers throughout the SAFA season 1, has been there for almost every game that they have played and has made a lot of difference with the quality that he brings to the team. So this guy will definitely go for a lot. He is a talent that should not be missed. So managers, I request you to please bet on this guy because I'm telling you, he is very, very, very good.
Man, Rikers, what a team, what a performance that they gave. And Ashwin, like Blanco said, was playing in almost every match. And as a player which was in the same conference as Rikers, I can say they are a top team, and a team is what they are formation of the best talented players. Ashwin being one of that. So let's see. I show skills. You have to bid a little bit higher if you want to beat Drizzy. So Drizzy and I show skills are going head to head right now. That's one player I think they both have decided they wanted to go for. So 86 and 88, Drizzy is leading the race right now. And I show skills. If you want this player, you have to show in the money also. Uh, and player details is typing. So we are going to have some interesting facts I think about this player, uh, some statistics that might come out. Let's see. So skills has passed. So I think Drizzy is going to run away right now, and he does actually. Drizzy manages to buy an absolute beast of a player for just
Oh my
88.
God, that's a great, great signing. Great signing. Ashwin for under 100 million. Come on.
I think that signing should be a disastrous sign for other team, while the team for Drizzy has got such an absolute good player for such a low price. And I think right now, if anybody is going for 88 or 90, I think you can just imagine this being at least double or triple, or at least 2.5 times if had it been a day 1 or day 2 signing. So let's move on. I mean, great signing Drizzy, but let's move on to the next player. We still have a lot of players to go. Salu Bhai is the next player, and I think he is from Bangladesh, but he is absolutely experienced, absolutely a beast of a player. He played for Macon, and he has said that he likes L3 dribbling only. Conservative tackler, that means you're not going to give penalties. He likes to play as right back, and he is also a possible backup GK or maybe the first choice GK for your team. Balaji says no money. What's the minimum bid? So he's tier 3, so that's 40.
And just talking a bit about Salubai, I know this guy. He was part of the randomizer tournament that the team that went on to win the tournament. SC Barcelona. So this guy is very, very good. I've played alongside him. He is a very, very good attacker as well as someone who can play in defense. Is very composed on the ball. A great, great player.
And I think Rahul Bhai is thanking the stars right now because he is able to get this player for such a low price at the base price
That's a
itself.
great signing. That's a great signing.
And with the limited budget that Rahul Bhai had, I think he just put the money at the right place and at the right time. So he still has one slot to fill, but he has just a minimum budget of 27. But I think with 67 that he had remaining, 40 for this guy, I think is absolute steal, absolute mind blowing deal. Have done a great job, like stock market itself. So let's move on. Next player, Blancos, Steve.
Okay, the next player is
That's the name.
Akiv 12. I know this guy. He is from Xbox. He has played in the Xbox League as well. Can we have the details? Okay, so he is from Tier 4. He likes one-touch passing, is known to play box to box, can play anywhere in the midfield as well as fullback, and is from Blue Tigers. So another quality team. So guys, come on. If you need to fill up your team, you need to go for this guy.
Like Blanco said, so he is from the Xbox community, and I'll say that don't sleep on these players because their actual talent has not been seen. And I know that these guys don't come into S&P, so they might not be the most popular players among the managers or those managers who are picking their teams based on what they have seen in S&P sessions. But man, this is another good player and another player that managers have not signed. But I think they are going to get a lot of these players later on. But let's move on. So we have the player woken up Sid, and I think his name should wake up a lot of managers from the slumber sleep that they are having of not signing a lot of players. So woken up Sid, he is tier 3, so minimum bid 40, and we already have that. He was from Chimichanga, and his description is complete opposite from what kind of player he is. And the next bit that came from Sailchan CFC in 50. So we need to have some differences. 54, and we have some players who definitely wanted this guy in their team. Blancos, what do you have to say about this guy?
Well, of course, Woken Up said I have played alongside him in SNP sessions, and guys, he is from Chimichanga and is a very good striker, and he can finish almost anything that is being given to him. So do not sleep on this guy. If you need a striker who can finish the chances, you have to go for this guy. An absolute cracker of a striker.
And let me tell you guys, you already know finishing chances is not the easiest thing until unless you have the experience, because manual keepers are OP, and we have already players like Mahesh, who has gone to a good team. We have another other goalkeepers also like SV who are participating in this tournament. Other goalkeepers who have made some mind-blowing saves. So you need players who can actually beat these talented goalkeepers. So we have to get the bids up if you want to sign him. And I already see the bids nearing 100. So definitely this guy is going for above 100. Can we have bigger bids for him? 98. So 100 is already crossed. So I think we are going to be having some time on this player, because not only one or two managers are interested, multiple managers are going in. Even though right now I see the race being between two horses, Axel Blaze has already upped for 115. Pankos, what do you think would be the final price? Because managers,
I'm
despite
not at
having
all
limited,
surprised with the kind of fight that we see between these two guys. He is a striker that team would want to have in the team. So I would definitely not be shocked to see him cross 150 even.
so okay, so I think 130, Axel Blaze has left the building, and we have the countdown. So I think we have a final place for this player, and I think that's a big steal again. And I can see there is the day of big steals, and we have the player already sold. So which team does he goes to? Let me just check it out.
I think he is going to be part of Hornets FC. He will be joining alongside Priest.
No.
Okay, my bad. It is going to go to Space Jam.
We have Space Jam signing another big player, and they still have a lot of money with them. I can still see a lot of teams having big budgets. Some teams having at the tail end of their budget. So let's see what type of teams that we are going to have by the end of today. So let's go right into the next player, because time is of the essence. So we have Ron Ben 2116. Sounds very much like a Bayern Munich legend, Robin. So let's see the description. Tier 4 player, ball winning midfielder, manager of United Ravens. So another big player, because see all the managers, I can tell you these are the big players. They are the most talented players that you will find in this community. He can play in defense. I think he is more defensive inclined, I can say, because of his description, because of the positions. So if you guys are looking for good fullbacks for your team, or maybe a good CDM, or maybe a good midfielder, you can definitely go in for Ron Ben, because I think he would be able to give the performances of that level of Rob Ben. So let's see if we can have any bids. I can only see the auction updates, and that's 3 to 1, and that's another play that has been unsold. And we move on quickly to the next one. Balboa. So that's
That is a
Rocky's
big
brother.
name, Sparky. That is the Bali Balboa, ex-Blitzkrieg player, has played under Nico and did join to be part of FC Bengaluru later on under Crucio. Is an absolute monster to play against. He is deadly, guys. He is a very good player. Come on, you have to go and break records for this guy.
I can already see a bid of 100, and that's also been crossed 105. Rishit trying to make sure that other managers run away from the conversation of signing this player, but I think he has competition and he is again putting up a bigger amount. Guys, if you want to sign this player, you already know how good he is. And I'll say put in bigger gaps between you and the other manager who is trying to get the player which you want. So Unicycle is currently leading this. Rishit, do we have a bigger bid from you or from any other manager? Again, guys, go for him because he is going to be an absolute crack player for your team, an absolute leader in your team, and you require such good players. Keep in mind your budget also, guys, and we have another bid, so it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to sign this player. Anyone that had thought that getting such a good player will, you know, be easy. But let's see. So Uni has put in 135. He is leading. He is leading, and Rishit is not giving up that easily. 140 already. Uni with 145. Come on, guys. Let's can this up 150. Put in the gap if you want for this player. Put in the gap between you and the other manager. Put the money out. 165. We're still seeing just five additional money from the previous bids. Come on, guys. Uni, if you want this player, Rishit, if you want this player, put in the money. So 185, and we still have the tug of war going on between these two players. Blancos, what do you have to say? Are you surprised at all
I
that
mean,
he
I'm
is?
not at all surprised. I mean, it's Bali Balboa, and this was bound to happen. The records would have been broken, and that is what we are witnessing right now. A tug of war between Rishit and Unicycle on who will
Oh,
get him.
200. So we have crossed 200, and Unicycle is throwing in the money 205. This is just like one of the best movies that I have watched of Rocky. And it has always been a tough fight against this. So I'm sure that anybody who signs this will be knocked out with the tough punches by Bali Balboa. So Uni is 215 and is again currently leading the race. And we have the auction countdown. So fasten this up, guys. Oh, that's a 15 difference. Rishit is finally understanding that he has to put in the money, but I think Uni has more money and he has said 233. 233 is unfortunately not what is going to be happening. We need in the differences of five. What is going on? So do we I mean, do we have the countdown starting very soon, or what is going to happen? So we have the countdown starting, and if we don't have any of the managers coming out, we have Ali Balboa going to a certain team. And I think the
What a
player
signing!
has
What a signing
Rishit
for
Singh
Unicycle. He
for
gets
unicycle
the
stage.
man, Bali Balboa, for 230 million, 33 million. He went all out. Great signing. Great signing.
Uni is going to be very happy about this because he had, I mean, he has planned his budget in a particular way, and he does end up getting an absolute crack of a player. Uh, but let's see. So, do we have to be like this? I mean, minimum five was supposed to happen. So I'll ask the managers, the admins. So does Uni's bid count? Because what is going to happen? Okay, so Team Safa says 233 is valid. So I think, guys, that is settled. That is settled. So let's go on and go ahead and congrats Uni for, I think he is the first manager to exhaust his entire budget and then complete his team at the same time. I think there's still some discussion going on, but I think since the admins have already said it, I think that's done.
Yeah, I think we have a confirmation from Team Safa that the bid stands and the captain has gone all out. So I think we would be moving to the next player.
Right, right. So let's go. So I think chat. I think the team Safa has already
Okay,
said.
can
So
you
I think
please
that's
wait?
all.
Can you please wait? Rishit, do you want to go 235? Can you
Yeah,
please wait?
definitely.
Okay, then 235 for Rishit is a valid bid. I I thought you said GG. I thought you wanted him to go on. Okay, 235 is a valid bid. Please continue from there.
All right. So we have a change. I think the VAR has intervened, and the new decision that has come out is that 235 is valid. So Uni's bid is no longer the highest bid. So 235 is the new bid, and I think Rishit is going to run away with this until unless we have another manager. 235 that Rishit is going to sign, and that's a big change. So, congrats, Rishit, because you have signed the player that you worked. I mean, you bid so hard to get. So, 235, and Uni's budget again goes to 233 million. He still has a lot of money, and I'm sure that he'll be able to sign one another. I mean, not if this big player, another big name.
And
So,
with that, Sparky, congratulations on getting another cracking teammate to support you at UNRSC. I'm sure you're going to have loads of
yes,
fun.
yes. I'm really happy about this also, and I'm happy about the intervention. So, yeah, disappointed maybe Uni, but the VAR and the SAFA team has spoken. So let's move on. But I see another message. Wait,
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So Valley goes
Okay,
to
just
UNRSC.
clarifying it for the last time. 235 was the last bid, that will be valid. 233 unicycle was all in. So that was a valid bid, 233. 235, the higher bid, that's why it was valid. So please go ahead, no more discussions. Thank you.
all right, done. So let's move on to the next player. All right, so this is Char Chelsea, and I think everyone knows about this.
Big name. Again, a top tier player from Bangladesh, plays for Razor Wolves. Cracker of a player, can play anywhere in midfield and attack, has been an integral member of Razor Wolves. And guys, you need to mention the stats that this guy has. I believe he has contributed a lot of goals and assists as well. So this is definitely going to be a very hot bid right now.
So I mean, the bids have already started flowing in, and we know that he
And
is a
I'm not
team.
surprised Team Safa mentions that he was part of TOTS as well. So that basically just shows how good of a player he is.
8 goals, 15 assists is no joke in any competition. So, guys, I'll say that if you want a player that is going to give you guaranteed goals, guaranteed assists, maybe more, and I keep on saying that word wrongly for some reason. But anyway, we have a bid of 140 from Sailchan CFC, and I think he is looking to buy a player from one of the best teams in the league in the entire tournament, Razor Wolves. 155 is the new bid, and let's see if we have a player that can sign Charles Chelsea. So let's see if we have more bids coming in. Otherwise, I'll ask the countdown to start as soon as possible. We already have the countdown starting, and I think we are going to have a winner. But no, still chance CFC. I think if CFC starts for Chelsea Football Club, then I think he is going for a fellow Chelsea lover. So let's see. Okay, Axel Blaze 165. Lankos, what more do you have to say about a player from Razor Wolves, a top player from Razor Wolves?
I mean, whatever we say is going to not be enough for this guy. He is a foot pro and is, obviously one of the top players to come out of the Bangladesh pro club scene as well. And he is definitely going to make any team very strong immediately.
And I think we have a winner because he is going to go, or I think Silchan, if I'm reading that right. Yes, 170. What a steal again, man. And I think Silchan has signed some really good players today. And I think the Chelsea brothers, I like to say it that way, they have gone here, but he has to fill in a lot of players just like AS Galaxy, and he does not have a lot of budget. 78 left for Lavender because they have spent some good amount of money despite the fact that they have got the good players. They still have to buy a lot more players with the limited budget. So let's move on to the next player because I can see that most of the teams have exhausted their budget. So I won't be expecting a big bid for any of the players. And we have the next player. He is Lionel Mama. I'm pretty sure everyone knows his name is after the name of Lionel Messi, and we have a description out. So he is a playmaker with goal scoring abilities. So that's what we need in playmakers. If he is going to be in the center mid, we need a player who can actually score, not only just assist. But let's see if we have any bids for the namesake of one of the best players, or perhaps the GOAT, Lionel Messi. Can we have bids for this player? So the countdown has started. Countdown has started. Come on, guys. You need players of good caliber. Come on, guys. So, but again, the countdown has run out, and the decision is that he is going to be sold later on with a lot of other players in the final set. Moving on, moving on. So we have a player. I think his ID is Casino 712. Not sure what that exactly stands for, but we have his description: tier 3 player. He is a defender who can play across the defensive line, and he was from heavy metal. So I think it's easy to say that he is a player who was from a good team, and Balaji does not want anyone else taking him, I think. But again, a player from heavy metal has to be good. He has to be good, and if there is any takers for a player of tier 3, Casino 712, and I'll say that players, the managers are not going all out, despite the fact again that they have to buy in a lot of players in their team. So let's see again. So we have to move in quickly, unfortunately. So let's go and see the next player. And we have Vishwas, and Vishwas on me, guys, when I say that he is a fantastic player. Played for Poyos. He has played center back, he has played wide on the mids, he has played as CDM, he has played almost on all the occasions, and he is a fantastic player. Believe me, because I am a part of his own team. Blancos, what do you have to say about our Vishwas?
Well, what more can I say? It's my boy Vishwas. He plays for Poyos Manos, has been an integral part of Poyos defense as well as has played wide mid whenever required. He is someone I trust a lot and is going to be very good for any team that gets him. Guys, come on, do not sleep on this guy. I'm telling you, he is going to be really great for you.
Oh my God, if I cannot believe my
I
eyes, I
can't believe a
cannot
player like
believe my
Vishwas
eyes.
has gone unsold. This is just crazy that we are witnessing right now.
Okay, so I'll be honest, if I was the
विश्वास ही
manager
नहीं
right
हो रहा
now,
है
Vishwas nahi ho raha, to be honest, guys. Next guy is frustrated Indian. So he is pretty much the sole embodiment of all the Indians. A frustrated person in his name, but he is a tier 3 player. He's a team player. He is a decent in the back line. He used to play a striker. He can also play and in the defensive mid role, but he was a semi-finalist in SAFA Pro League Season 1. He was for the Rikers, and Rikers, as you all know, an excellent team. But come on, guys, I think he is a top player. Rikers is very difficult to play against a team very difficult to play
And we
against.
see the first bit from Silchan trying to bring his boy back. I'm pretty sure he knows the kind of talent frustrated Indian is, and I know that as
Yes,
well. So do not sleep on
and,
this guy, guys.
and we have the countdown. So boy, Elton Pinto is typing. So if you want to do something, type quickly, my bro, because this is going to be another absolute steal.
My
A
goodness,
Rikers
40
player,
million for frustrated Indian. This is a joke. What a steal! What a steal!
not a steal. Oh, come on, guys. You don't have to make it that easy for your fellow managers, because you are allowing Team Lavender to be, if I'm not wrong, very strong. But so Lavender has 4 places to fill, and they have just 38. So I don't know how. Three more, minimum three. So you need to buy players with low amount that you have right now. So yeah, tier two is out of the question. Tier three is also out of the question. You have to go for tier four players, and you need to have minimum three players. So let's go on to the next player, and I can see, I can tell you that Team Lavender has absolutely strengthened like anything today. Blancos, I'll let you take over for this one.
Well, we have none other than illusionist Baller. Well, Baller is someone I have known for quite some time now. We have played a lot of S&Ps together. A great player, can play anywhere in midfield, is very versatile as well. Played for Thugs Union in the SAFA season one. And I think he is going to be extremely vital for any team that gets a hand on him. A great player.
So
And
can we
we
have
have the details
big
for
bids for this guy?
Baller on our screens.
Illusion is baller because he is such a player that will make sure that other players don't understand if this is an illusion or something really happened. But let's see what is happening.
Believe there is some technical delay due to which we are not able to see the stats. Okay, there it is on our screen. Tier 3 player, but guys, do not sleep on him. He is a great, great player. And just to mention, if someone doesn't know, he is also being part of Blitzkrieg for a brief time. So you know what quality you are looking at.
We already have the bids flowing in, and they are in excess of 100 already. And Axel Blaze had started with 75, then Raj Parsis is 130. So he is going in big for this player. He is going in big.
Not surprised at all with so many captains pouring their bids in. A baller, an absolute cracked player to have in your team.
150 is being crossed, and I see multiple managers bidding in for this guy. And I know that the bids might not be stopping anytime soon. And we have Raj going all in with 171, but Uni has the biggest pocket right now, one of the biggest pockets. Okay, so we have Raj out of the race for this signing of illusionist baller man. Come on, guys, you can still get this guy again. I have to say that some of the players you just have to have on your team because you know that they are going to guarantee you a 9 on 10 performance every match day, every match. So 200 has been crossed yet again today, and I believe I'm not wrong when I say that 200 today means 400 or even more on some other day, maybe set one, set two, set three. These guys would have gone for even higher bids because a lot of the managers don't even have the budget to bid on tier one players now. And we see 215, so Uni definitely is going to get this guy because I can see Axel Blaze has passed and no other manager is bidding right now. So let's go, and we have 3 to 1 done. It's been sold, and Uni gets another player. And what a signing, man! Again, what a signing!
Great signing,
215.
great signing.
Of course, I think you'll be very happy with the team that has been formed by
I'm
Uni,
absolutely
and he still has.
delighted to be joined by a baller and Suji. So that is something makes me very, very happy.
Yeah, I mean, big signing again, one of the highest bids for today. So another Crimson Knights, I think, is more or less they are done and they still have money. But I mean, good planning by Unicycle, I must say. So let's go on and see who is the next player and what team he is going to end up playing. So we have UK, if I'm pronouncing that right, 1, 2, 3, and we need to have the details of this guy because we are going to see some bids flowing in, I guess, for this guy. TFO, traditional CDM, and makeshift CB. So plays for United Ravens, and he is a player which is going to give you multiple options. So let's see if we have bids for this. Uh, UK 1, 2, 3. Come on, guys! And again, Uni's team has been completed. So I think that's the first team that has been completed. Balaji has come out with a bid, so I think Bala knows uh, that this player is someone who is going to give a lot of quality to his team along with a lot of options because he is a true traditional player. He can play in defensive roles, and I think that's where he prefers to be playing in. So I think Bala is going to get a signing because we have the countdown, and the countdown is over already. So congrats to Balaji. He has signed a player I think he has scouted, and his team gets a good player. So Bala's team I see is more or less done. In fact, Toxic 11 and 13 players are already done, and he still has 26 million in the bank. So if he wants more players, he can definitely go in for it. But guys, those teams that are not fulfilled badass standards are there is there. Taylor Gang, if I don't read that wrong, so I think we still have teams which requires a lot of players. So let's move on to the next player then. Oh, that's QKDRE. I don't think that forms a right word, but okay, random words, but I don't think he is any random player. So let's see the details for this guy. He's a tier 4 player and he's been playing pro clubs since FIFA 13. Man, that's more than 10 years of experience. I think he has been there from the start, currently a free agent and would like to play in the mid or in the attack. So let's see if we have players um, any of the managers who are going to bid for this guy. Guys, I mean, see, Bala, I think in the last player that came out, he did a very smart thing and he signed a player for his team. And I'll say that managers, those who require players and those who want talented players, should go in for him. And we have Shrey who has come out with a bid. Finally, my words are reaching the managers. Shrey has gone in for 10 as his bid. And if there is any other manager who wants to challenge him, should go for a bid of at least 12. So if we don't have a player, another manager who is bidding, we have the countdown which is going to be over, and I think he is going to get his man in his team. So Trey, congrats for signing, and you still have a lot of money. So I think that's a very, very smart signing. That's what I've been talking about. You require two or maybe three more players, and you have a big budget with yourself. So yeah, man, that's good work. That's good work. So let's go and see who is the next player. We have a few players left, and we have Code Daddy I. That's a very
That's quite a
good name.
kinkly name, to be honest, but let him have that. And we have the details for this player on our screens.
All right, so he is another player who is a first touch player, I guess. He likes to play somewhere which is not in the defense, and we can have the bid starting from 10. So let's see if we have any managers interested for Code Daddy I. Come on, guys. Again, I'll say play it smart, play it smart. You need to have players in your team which can give you good quality. Plus, you need to have the bigger budget for other players also if you want to go in, and that's your plan. But we have the countdown which has just ended, and we have a player that is unsold. But again, those who have gone unsold, including a lot of players today. So don't worry, you will be getting teams by the end of today. The next player is Dr. Day. So I don't know if that's a doctor actually, but let's see what positions he can operate in. So can we have the details for Dr. Day as a
And
next
this is
player?
someone I know personally, so I think he was part of Phoenix FC, a previous team that I played for as well. So another great player, and is has been in the community for a very long time. Do not just go by his tier. He has great game sense, and this is coming from someone who knows him personally. So a great player to have in your team. So definitely do not miss on this guy.
Well, I think Blanco's word does not reach the managers yet. Again, we have an unsold player, but don't worry, guys. Like I've said, those who have been going unsold, you will find teams. Everyone will find a team at the end of the day. So let's go on to the next player, and that's on 10. Blancos, do you have any insights about this player?
Absolutely. So this is the Don 10 from Legendary DX, someone whom I know personally for a very long time. Is a great player, very, very versatile, can play almost everywhere. and do not just go by that. When I say he can play anywhere, he literally plays anywhere. You put him in at any position and he'll give 10 out of 10 performances every time. Great guy, tier 2, obviously plays for legendary DX, a very good team that we all know. So do not sleep on him as well.
But again, we see that managers are saving for I don't know who now because players are not there, but they have the money and they have the positions to fill in. And he is a tier two, a quality player, guys. Nobody really reaches tier two without performing consistently. Next player is Harrisburg. I think Blancos will have good information on this guy.
Well, I have seen him in few of the SNP sessions. I believe he plays in attack, is a winger, and is definitely a great player. Plays for FCD Kolkata, so has been managed by Babos. So you know that this guy is going to be great for your team. His description says ex-pass player. That is something I highly regard. So do not sleep on him.
Yeah, I think some of the managers are not very much aware of the players and the quality of players that are coming out today. And some managers who are aware do not have the budget, unfortunately. But let's move on and let's see because we are running short of time and we have a lot of players still to go. So we have Rax BHT. I don't know how to pronounce it again, but let's have the details of this player and let's see if managers are going to go for him. And Drizzy says, sorry, Harry Bhai, because I am sure Drizzy wanted to go in for him and have him in his team. But let's see details about Taxby HT. Let's see if the managers are interested to go and bid for this player. Come on, let's see what the managers are looking for. So he is a tier 4 player. So yeah, we have the bid sales and CFC. He knows his players, guys. I think he is one manager who has made extremely
Not
smart decisions.
surprised, not surprised. I mean, it's Rakshat from Bengaluru. Do not go on the tier. Great player, quality player to have in your team. I won't be surprised if a lot of captains just go on him right now.
Yeah, we have multiple managers who are going in for him, and let's see. So 28 is already by Axel Blaze. So let's see. Rahul Bhai, if he could have gone higher, I think he would have for this player because he knows the quality that player like Rakshat brings to the team, and Rahul Bhai is definitely not happy. Balaji could also not go ahead for his bid. So let's see. Axel Blaze, is he the one? I think he is the one who is right now running away with this absolute steal. Oh, and we have Rishit who has suddenly come out of nowhere with just 1 second to go, and he has bid 40, but the bigger bid still goes out. 42 by Axel Blaze. Oh, Rishit goes for 60, and that's showing intent. That's what I really like, show of intent that you want to go for a player. So we have the bidding war ongoing and for Rakshit. So let's see if we have bigger bids and let's see if we can go to as high as 100. So 70 is, oh, we actually do see 100. Drizzy, he tried to go in for this player again, but 80 is not at all enough because Axel Blaze, he just went from 62 to 100. And I think Rishit is, despite the fact that he want to go all in, he won't be able to outbid a bid of 100 by Axel Blaze. So I think that's as high as a tier 1 player. Axel Blaze is going to get the player in his team, and the countdown confirms it. So Rakshat, I believe he goes with Axel Blaze's team, and that's a big signing. And he still has 128 million to go. Hornets FC with a big signing after Priest today, second signing of set 4. So let's move on. Congratulations to the player and the manager for such a steal. Okay. So this would be, I think Blancos again would have very good information about this players. Blancos, what do we have to say about this?
I mean, it's Vidvir, man, plays for Rikers 11, is part of their back line, has been absolutely amazing for Rikers throughout the season 1 of SAFA. You would not want to go against him as an attacker. He is very good.
And I absolutely love the fact that he has said that he might be a better player than he thinks he is. And I'm sure that not many players in the community can say that they are better, because most of us think that we are not as good as others might think. But he, as a matter of fact, we know that he's such a good player, and he says that he might be even better. Just shows that the potential with this guy is off the charts. So we have some players who went all in, but let's see, man. We have already him going with Rishit for 83. So Rishit, congratulations, you got yourself a steal. And I think his budget goes down to zero. So did he had 83 as an all-in? So his team, I think UNR FC is complete, and I'm very happy to have him in my own team. Four good signings today with UNR FC, and I'll say that this team is looking absolutely good, and that's the second team I think that is done because the budget is finished. So let's see. Do we have more players, and can we have the next player? I think that was the last player, if I got that right. Okay, so last player now. I think we are going to move ahead, and we are going to see the players that were unsold going into the teams that are having some budget and spaces. So uh, we- we'll take a break right now. So I think, guys, thank you for being here with us till now. But we still have one last part, one last lap to go for the entire auction. So a little bit of break, and then we are going to get back here shortly with you guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the final day and final set. Now we have 37 players who have been unsold. The base prices has been set at 10. So we are going to go through every player very quickly, and I'll request that we have the players list already on the screen, which player is going to come up next. So let's start. Sapi is the first player, and like I said, the base price is 10. And let's see the bids from the managers, those who want good player in their team. So let's see, and let the war of the bids begin. Let's go, guys. So we have two players, two managers who are going to bid for him, and we have another one. So we have a lot of managers who are bidding for Sapi 16, 18. Balaji has bid 20 and 22. So 26 from Balaji and 27 all in by Rahul Bhai. So Rahul Bhai is really going all in for the player. But 28, I show skills. He still has the budget. And let's go, guys. Managers who are looking for Sapi in their team, let's go and bid. Balaji is out. So let's go, guys. We already have the countdown with us. Five, four, three, two, one, and sold. So I think Sapi has been sold, and we have the first player of the last set who is done now. So let's move in quickly and go to the next player now. The next player is Thiago Alcantara, namesake of a certain midfielder, ex-Barca player, Liverpool player. So let's have the bids coming in for Thiago Alcantara. Guys, come on, the managers. He is a box-to-box CM with good vision. Played for Perakra FC, and let's have the first bids for Thiago. Come on, guys, managers. Those who are looking for him, let's go and have this player in your team. Can we have some bids? The minimum is 10. The minimum is 10 for all the players who are remaining now. We have the countdown starting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I think we are going to have him later on, and we are going to move into the next player now. Ron Ben 216. He was just in the set 4. So let's see if any manager is interested now for Ron Ben. United Ravens player, and he was the manager. So we have a bid. Sniper is trying to snipe one of players from United Ravens, the actual manager. So if we have any manager who is challenging, we have 10 and we have Rahul Bhai out. We have the countdown. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So we have Ron Ben sold. The next player and Vishwas from Poyos and Manos. I think the best players who are remaining right now. So managers should put in the faith on Vishwas. They should put in their Vishwas on Vishwas. So
स्पेलिंग बताओ विश्वास का
this is his, I think, ID,
5 है
VISHWS,
ओके
5. Yes. Vishwas Puyo Samano's player, and I'm sure that managers would want him in their team. So we already have the bids, but we require the bids to be higher in multiples of 2 at least. So we have Balaji going for 20, Shrey going for 22. Come on, managers. Vishwas is an excellent player, is very versatile, can play in multiple positions, and Blancos, I'm sure, would be able to tell a lot more. But we have the bids going in right now. Multiple bids are coming. Blancos,
Absolutely, Vishwas. It's Vishwas again. Great player. Very versatile. Can play absolutely anywhere. Has played in Puyo's backline. Personally, I would recommend him in your team. He is going to
and
really fit in
I think
well.
this one is right now been the highest bid by Axel Blaze. He has just entered as the countdown begin, but Sniper is trying to snipe him again. 46 for Vishwas. I think it's still an absolute steal, despite the fact he is coming in so late. So Sniper has crossed the 50 mark, the half century. 55 for Axel Blaze. He actually wants him in his team, and he is showing the intent. But I see a cross. Let's see, 50 is okay, 54, 54, I think 56 is Sniper. So yeah, Vishwas top player, and we can see in his price, he is going on his worth, and that's true. His worth is a lot more, and let me tell you guys, he is one of the best players. For those who are still watching and those who are still with us, don't know maybe Vishwas, but he is one of the best players. 62 by Axel Blaze and Sniper is 64, and they are still fighting it out among themselves. The tug of war is still going on 68, and that's the kind of intent that I wanted to see with the managers from the beginning. So we still have a lot of players to go, guys. Let's finish this up as quickly as possible. And Axel Bay is with 70. Can we have the countdown starting? Because I don't think that a lot of other managers are going to get in. So managers, those who are interested, I mean, if you want to bid right now, bid, because now right now it looks like Sniper is going to win this, but Axel Bay is 74. Guys, managers, if you are really going in for him again, I'll say put in the bids a little bit more higher. Don't let your other manager try to outbid you every other second. Put in the money there. And yeah, Vishwas, absolute asset for any team. 80 is what it has been crossed. You can't go above 70. You need two players. Okay, so I think that's a problem. Yeah, yeah. So what could be the highest bid? All right, all right. So we have the go ahead. We have the go ahead. Sniper, you can 82 Axel Blaze. And I think this can go on and on. So guys, you have to make sure that you show the intent again. If you want Vishwas, you have to put in the money, and we have to see if any team can finally get this guy. So can we have the countdown again? Because guys, if you want this player, we have to do it quickly. 88, 88 is there. Are going on and on and on. Guys, we have a lot more players to go, and we have Vishwas, who is almost 100, tier 1 almost. But yeah, we have a pass, so I think the countdown should start now. And we seem to have a clear winner with Sniper. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's sold. So Sniper with an absolute bargain against Sniped. Vishwas for night 2, but you have to get few more players, and you have 30 in your account still. So let's move on to the next player, and let's see who is next in the list. It's Moon. So let's go, guys. Let's see if you are looking to buy this player. It's another good player from the players who were unsold, and let's see what really happens. So it's Moon, team player, legendary DX player. Guys, if you want to bid, let's go right now. Let's not wait for any other manager. If you want him, put in the bid so that he can go to your team directly. So Balaji says he has bought this guy. Let's see, team SAFA. That's a different player, so I think that sorts out the confusion. So, so we have one bid from Sniper who just sniped Vishwas, and he requires players in his team. So 10 is the bid, but I show skills come up with 12. And if these are the stats, these are absolutely goated stats, 12 goals and 8 assists. So that's very good stats for a player who right now is being bidded on at 16. So guys, come on. Sniper has passed. So I think skills is the clear winner of the race right now. So can we have the countdown already? So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and another player, I think, that has been sold. So I show skills. He gets a player with 12 goals and 8 another assists. So 20 contributions. So that's a good signing. So let's go and see who the next player is, and we'll just find out very shortly. So that the shadow Fazil. So Fazil is the next player. Again, guys, we have to go through this quickly. So managers who are looking to sign this player, you can start your bidding from 10. So Team Safa has already started to type. So come on, guys, if you want this player, you have to put in the message right now. So he was the top scorer of the mini tournament. So yeah, I mean, absolutely good player, and you have to put in the bids right now if you want a player who can score goals for you. Chan was typing. So if you want this player, come on, guys. So yeah, I think the auction updates has given out the countdown. It's done. So we have to move on to the next player as soon as possible now. Let's see who the next player is. Elastico Zam. So let's go and see which team is interested to get the services of Elastico Zam. So he has won SAFPL and wasn't taught. So yeah, definitely he is going to be a good player. Plays for Hawks United, and let's see some bets for this guy. Otherwise, we can have the countdown beginning very soon. If there is anyone interested, you have to bid for him right now. I think we should have the countdown starting now because I don't see anyone typing. Let's go, guys. Let's go, managers. You still need players, and I think we are going to come back to this player again. But right now, we move on. So that jinxed DJ, a good player in my opinion. So let's see if any team is now looking for the services of jinxed DJ. Guys, if you are interested to buy this player and have him in your team, you have to start the bids as soon as possible. Otherwise, we will move on to the next player. Blancos, why don't you take over and see about the next player? And if you have anything to say about some of the players, you can always go
Of
forward to it.
course,
But we have the
again, a quality
countdown, so let's.
player from Jinx, from Blue Tigers, Jinx DJ. He is from the Xbox community. He is a playmaker and a defensive midfielder. An absolute bargain for 10 million. I'm telling you, can play anywhere in the attack as well as defense. So someone you should not miss out on. And we have our next player, Spartan AB06. Can we have the details for this player? He does not have any description and he can play CDM cam left wing. He is a free agent, guys. So if you wanna bet on him, please go ahead. I see lots of passes from the captains. Can we have the countdown? 4, 3, 2, 1. Spartan is unsold. Let's move on to the next player. It's a Katamaka 99 again. I'm pretty sure it is Chelsea. Yes, he is from Razor Wolves. Top tier player has to be sold. Come on, guys. I see bids flowing from Selchan 10 million. Sorry, Rahul bhai, that does not count. 26 from Balaji. Come on, guys. Can we have more bids? You cannot miss on this guy. 28 from Aisho Skills. Come on, guys. More bids. Balaji has passed. Aisho Skills is leading currently with a bid of 28 million. Are we going to have more bids? And we have the countdown 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. That is mad, guys. Come on. Katamaka for 28 million is a joke. Unbelievable, guys. Let's move on to the next player. It is God R4H. And we have the details for this player. He has played for SC Bengaluru, a great team, one of the SAFA knockout teams as well, and to the semi-final. So you can absolutely know that he is going to be a quality player. He has skiller and trickster in his description and feels and has a fast tempo to his game. So let's see if we can have any more bits. Okay, Rahul Bhai just said that he has not played for SCB, so that is probably a description to get some hype. associating yourself with Bengaluru. That's a nice one. And we have the countdown: 4, 3, 2, 1. And God 4RH has been unsold. The next player is Athar. Okay, guys, this is a guy I know personally. Has played alongside me in Phoenix FC, one of the top teams in the community before crossplay. So do not miss on this. And we have the correct details on the screen. Yeah, so he has played for Phoenix FC in SFPL. That was the previous iteration before crossplay. A great player, has very good game sense, is very versatile as well, can play left wing, right wing. CM Cam has great vision as well. Definitely a guy to have in your team if you want to solidify your midfield. Do not miss out on him. I'm telling you. Axel Breeze with a bid of 10, Drizzy with 12 million. Come on, guys, can we see the bids flowing in? Axel Blaze, sorry, that would not be counted. Balaji is currently leading the bid with 16 million. Come on, guys. If you want to solidify your midfield, you need to go for him. It's a bargain at this price. 18 million from Axel Blaze. That is the top bid as of now. 26 from Balaji. I see a Rahul Works typing. And we see a bid from Rahul Guy. No, Rahul. I think this is a different guy. It's 28 million from Axel Blaze. Do we have any challenges to that bid? And the countdown begins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Atterby has been sold to Axel Blaze's team, and he will join Hornets FC alongside many great names. And Hornets FC still have 100 million with one more play to go. I'm pretty sure it could be very big. And we have Sad AF again. We will have his description shortly. He is a free agent. A lot of passes from the captains. Can we see the countdown timer? Likes to play tiki taka, simple gameplay, something that you would want to have in your team. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unfortunately, a sad AF will go unsold. Moving on to the next player. It is Thunder 8, guys. One of the big names in the unsold players list. Has played for Thugs Union CF. Great player, very versatile, is very good at any position you would want to fit him in. Reads the game very well. A top quality guy to play alongside with. Will definitely solidify your defense. And Raj with a bid of 100, or is it 50? And the countdown begins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunder will be joining Raj, his team, which is Space Jam, and with that, it is another team that has completed 71 million still to left. Raj, you can take that home with you. Moving on to the next player, we have Robber Honor. Interesting username. I remember correctly, he plays for Hawks United. Okay, he is from Peraka. My bad. He is player that plays in free roam position, is versatile enough to play in various positions in the midfield. I see a pass from Drizzy and Shrey. Come on, guys. If you do not want to go for him, type in a pass. And can we have the countdown timer as well? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving on to the next player. It is a Rich Resistor. So that is again an interesting name, maybe very influenced by science. Description says, give it to him and pray. That is something he likes to have. A pass from Shrey Drizzy. Has played for United Ravens, a team from Conference A in SAFA Season 1. His base price would be 10 million. Countdown starts 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unfortunately, Rich Register is unsold. Moving on to the next player, it is Zethus03, and we have the details for this player. Okay, he is part of LOLs FC, another very good team from SAFA. His description is playmaker, team player, quick passer, very versatile, plays in the midfield position. His
You
name,
already have one bid for him,
yeah,
so
yeah, Silchan is
I think
back.
that's
He wants to get some players for very cheap and maybe go on and get someone really big towards the end.
he actually manages to get him, and that's sold. Uh, yeah,
That's a great deal. That's a
Dilchan
great
got.
deal.
Still requires a few more players. So let's move on and let's see who the next player is. So we have Blue Editor. I think that's how we are going to pronounce that. So let's see, guys. Managers a dynamic player, as he says about himself, and let's see if we have any bets for him. And else we will move on to the next player as quickly as possible. If we have anyone interested, then let's see. Player details also starting
Countdown
something, but
starts 5, 4,
I
3, 2, 1. A player is unsold. Moving on. It is
we have
Extinct
excellent
22K.
player for Blue Tigers. So let's see if we have managers who are interested to have his services in their team. It would be highly appreciated if most of the managers, if they are not interested, they can type a pass in the chat. But let's see if we have nobody else who is interested in his services in their team. Let's go and have the countdown. So countdown has already started. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's go on ahead and move on to the next player and see whose name pops up. Doc Akif. So he is the next player, and let's see if there is any team who wants him in their. So yeah, 37 ISO skills. Okay, so he has gone in big straight away. Is that an all in from ISO skills? Can you type that, bro? Because otherwise it's going to be in the additions of two. So that's all in from ISO skills. I think that's his final player. That is the one he wants. So yes, all in. So if we have anyone who is challenging, then otherwise we have the countdown and we know that there is only one winner right now. So it's 3, 2, and 1, and I think Asho skills complete his team and he exhausts his budget. So yeah, congratulations, and let's move on again. We still have some teams with big budgets, so it's D411 or maybe pronounced as Don 10. So let's see if we have any buyers for Don 10 and any managers who are interested. So let's keep it flowing, guys. If you are interested, put in the bids, and we have someone who is tapping. So let's see if that's a bid or a pass. Sniper. So we have Drizzy who is going out for this player. What do you think, Blancos? Who is going to get this player?
For sure. I mean, at this price, Don, a player like Don from Legendary DX, a player of his caliber, is an absolute steal. And I can already see bids from Axel Blaze as well, as 14 stands out to be the topmost bid. And Shubham just passes. So Axel Blaze is currently winning.
Drizzy has come in again with 16 and Sniper has passed. So it's a between, I guess, Drizzy. Okay, so I think Drizzy is the one who is going to be the clear winner. Maybe so. Let's have the countdown. I don't see any other team that is interested. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I think Drizzy is going to be the clear winner, and he gets his man wanted in his team. So let's have Drizzy's team, and I think he still requires a few more players, and he have the budget out there, so I think he can go all in
He
for
has
any
been
big player.
doing wonderfully today with the way he has approached the bids. As we move on to the next player, an RF77.
We have this play from Piraka, and I don't see managers who are putting in the bids. So if anybody is interested, put in the bids before the countdown comes and goes. Mm, Not very short time now, I guess. Team Safa is typing. So let's see if anybody is interested. Otherwise, let's have the countdown already. Just a reminder, so teams just minimum of 13 players in their team, and let's see. So we have the countdown. Okay, so we have a late entry, Binoy, Elton Pinto. Will that be counted? What will Team Safa say? So that goes unsold. I guess that's it for that. Or Team Safa is still typing. Okay, so that is going to be counted. And we have Stilchan also. He'd be joining this. So let's see what is going on right
Yeah,
now.
we
Otherwise,
definitely
uh,
need clarity on this because the bid was placed after the countdown.
yeah,
The
I
bid
think
continues
so.
at 10.
Okay, so bid continues at 10, and I'll invite other managers to put in their bids if they are interested. Otherwise, we'll have the countdown again, and Binoy will get the player. So Drizzy has passed. So let's have the countdown because I think by now managers would have made up their mind. So I think this player is going with Binoy, and he is going to get the man. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's been sold, and that's an excellent signing again. So, Blancos, why don't you take over for the next couple of players?
For sure. And the next player we have is a Dr. Day again. Can we have their details for him on our screen? He is a free agent. Description says passing, composed midfielder, a wide midfielder, and I can agree with all of them. Guys, if you want to go and get him, the bid starts at 10 million. And we see a pass from Drizzy already. Come on, guys, the captains, if you want to get him, please place in your bid. We see a pass from Balaji as well. Can we have the countdown timer as well? Five, four, three, two, one. Dr. Day is unsold. Moving on to the next player. And it is Mahmood 152, a player from Side Toss, I believe. Yeah, and he likes to do short passes and quick passes. Great player. I have personally played alongside him in few S&P sessions. Very composed, great at winning the ball as well. Is versatile enough as well. Can play anywhere in midfield and attack. Great player to have.
We already
Got
have
base price
one
at 10
bid.
million. Yeah,
Yeah, so we already have one bid from Shrey, and Balaji has entered the bidding, and let's see if there is going to be a bid war between these two players. And the managers have come out with 10 and 12. So Balaji is currently the winner, but Shrey has again bidded 14, and Balaji is currently also trying to get this player in the team, and the bids are flowing in. So let's see who ends up getting this player and for what price. So we have crossed the 20 mark, and let's see if the manager is able to get him. So Shrey or Balaji, I think these two are in the clear race right now. But I'll ask them to go all in, or like, so Balaji has gone all in. So Shrey, if you have the budget, you can definitely go ahead and place it right now so that we can start with the countdown. So Shrey has done it. So Balaji is out of the race then. So can we have the countdown again? So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I see, I think Shrey has won it and he gets the player in his team. It still requires a few more players and he has a big budget. I think the biggest is with
great
him.
signing. Absolute steal.
Yeah, great
Mahmood for
signing.
28 million. Great bargain.
Let's go ahead and see who the next player is. So it's again the controversial name Go Daddy I. So let's see who gets him and let's have the bids flowing in for him. We can see that few of the managers have already typed and given their decision. So if it is decided, so we'll have the countdown soon. I think we'll wait for a few more seconds, and if not, I think we should have the countdown now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So another player who is currently unsold. So we quickly move on to the next player. It's root zero. So let's see if we have any takers for it's root zero. I think fantastic goalkeeper. No, I don't really have to say a lot about him. I think people already know about him. Base price is 10, and yeah, we have the bids flowing in, and Balaji has gone all in. So we require at least 28 now. Lankos,
Absolutely. And with
let's.
root zero, we know what you are getting at. Any team that needs a GK, guys, you need to blindly go for this guy. Great player, very versatile, as can also play right back as well, along with being a good GK, and has played for Vikings as well. He
So
says
I
that
think
he
Drizzy
is the
is.
best GK in the SAFA community. So we can basically understand the confidence that this guy has.
We have the countdown, which is over now, but I see Axel Blaze is typing, and let's see what happens. Okay, so I think that's done. Drizzy gets it, and he gets a congratulations from another manager that this is a crazy signing. So let's go with the next player because Drizzy has just paid an hell of a steal. So that's Akiv 12. Marcos, can you take over now?
Again, Akil from the Xbox community. Let's have his description in the chat shortly. Any bidders for Akiv? Managers, captains, come on. Yeah, so with that information, I think Team Safa will update the message. Drizzy still needs one more player, and currently Sniper is leading with a bid of 10, and the countdown begins 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Akiv gets sold to Snipper, and he will be joining uh, AS Galaxy. Great addition. Again, moving on to the next player, we have Harrisburg. Again, a very, very good player. Description is going to be there shortly. Plays for SCD Kolkata. Versatile player, likes to play X passes, a kind of player I would like to have in my own team. Definitely worth it. Can we see any bids for this guy?
We see Sniper FIFA SD typing. So maybe he's the one who's going to bid, maybe he is not going to be the one, but we need decisions from managers as quickly as possible. So do we have any bids? Otherwise, we are going to start the countdown very shortly.
As from Balaji, can we have the countdown timer? Five,
So it's
four,
5, 4, 3,
three,
2,
two, one. Drizzy
and
with a bid.
with the last second bid by Drizzy. So if there's anyone who is going to challenge Drizzy, you have to do it now. Otherwise, we can again have the countdown start very quickly so that we can have the
I mean,
player
what
being
a
sold. But
steal for
he's
10 million if he able to win him. And Snipper with a 20 million, he is trying to get him for sure and is currently leading the race. Can we have
let's see.
more bids? Rizzy, if you want, you can get him now. We have the countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a
Pass.
pass
All
from
right.
Rizzy. Yes.
We have another player who's been sold now. And it's always good to see the teams been filling up so that we can understand what's the final team going to look like. But we see Sniper had a budget of zero. If that has been what has been told to. All right, so I don't think Sniper can get him. I think Drizzy is the one who's leading again, if I'm not wrong. Okay, okay, okay. So, all right, so Sniper got him, and his team is complete. His budget is exhausted now. So we have to move into the next player now, and let's see whose name is going to pop up. So it's again Lionel BD5. I think that's what his name is. But again, let's see if there are managers who are going to bid for this guy, and we have to get the bids as quickly as possible. So, guys, if you have made up your mind, let's see the bids. All right, so we'll wait for another few seconds and then we'll have the countdown start. I think we should have the countdown start now. If there is any manager who is going to bid for him, you just have to type the amount starting from 10. But I see the countdown already over, and I think this player has gone unsold now. So we'll be quickly moving on again to the next player. It's Harsha3094 from the Xbox community, and I think Blancos will have certain good things to say about him and get over with this remaining players option as quickly as possible as well.
Absolutely, a player from Blue Tigers, so you can obviously understand the quality he would possess. Is very versatile. He mostly plays on the left wing and is a very good crosser of the ball as well. So he likes to do quick passes. Definitely a guy to have in your team with a
So
price
the
tag of 10 million.
countdown is almost over now, so it's over, and I think Harsha is currently unsold, and we'll be moving on to the next player again. That's Yogi Adityanath. I think he had good number of goals and assists. Assists again. I'm messing up with the same word again and again. So I think he had good starts with him. So I think players should go for him. The managers should go in for him. Balaji has gone all out. So that's 26 from his end. What do you think, Blancos? What will happen now?
Well, absolutely. A player like Yogi Adityanath is made for many tournaments. He was with me in the same team in the first draft tournament, and we have a countdown 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Balaji with a bid of 26 million, and I think Balaji has got his guy for 26 million, completely exhausting his budget. And Toxic 11 is another team that is complete now. Moving on to the next player. It is a Signal Marlin 4-1, plays for Blue Tigers. I remember, yes, he is an attacking midfielder, again from the Xbox community, plays in CM, striker, and cam. So very versatile indeed. Any bidders for Signal Marlin? Lots of passes from Shrey, Rahul, Drizzy, and we have the timer on the screen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Signal Marlin is unsold. Moving on to the next player. It is Archit 360, guys, a very, very good player from Xbox community, and he is definitely going to be very good for your team. A player from Red Dragons, but do not sleep on this guy, guys. He is a very, very good player, very composed, plays in the midfield. I have personally played alongside him in SNP sessions. Quality player, and will definitely be a steal for a base price of 10 million. I see Shrey, Rahul, and Drizzy passing. Can we have the countdown timer? It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unfortunately, Archit will be unsold. Moving on to the next player. It is Crazy Candy Bay. Always love usernames like this. We will have his details shortly. Plays for Blue Tigers. Love his description as well. More of a nozzle than a Neymar. So someone you can trust with the ball will give you that creativity in the midfield. Is versatile, can play anywhere in the midfield. Any bidders, guys? Come on, use your money, complete your team. Two passes already from the captains. Levenders need to sign two players, and we have the countdown timer 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Easy Candy Bay is unsold. Just again, a reminder to all the caps, you guys need to complete your minimum criteria for players. So please be very, very careful about that going forward. Moving on to the next player. It is a Pacino 712. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. We will have his description shortly in the chat.
We just have three players to go, including him, I guess. So those managers who have to sign some players, they have to go in now.
Yes, guys,
Especially,
with
I think Lavender.
Lavender, I think you guys need to go for two more players. So three out of two players has to be your team. Elston with a bid of 16 million, Rahul by passing, Drizzy with 18. auction updates is typing. I'm sure we're going to see a countdown timer. So Drizzy is currently leading. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Pacino has been sold to Drizzy and will be joining Disasters FC, and their team is also complete now. So Drizzy can now sit back and relax while Selchan needs to still get 2 more players.
So can you guys wait, please? Okay, please show the screen with the number of players. 2 more players left, and Selchan had to get two, and Benoit needs to get one. One of you will have. We mentioned it earlier as well that you need to have 13 players by the end of the set. Okay, we'll quickly go after one more round after this. Please keep the rules in mind.
All right, so let's move on to the next player and then let's see what teams have some efficiencies in the number of the players that they had to sign. So it's Redman 2781. Now we are down to the last two players before we start again with the remaining players, I guess. So let's see which team has to bid for Redman 2781. So we have, I can see Silchan CFC typing, and let's see if he is about to bid or we have to move on to the next player. So that's the base price 10. 10 is what he has bid. So let's see if there is any other manager because some of the other managers are typing. They are typing.
And currently, Selchan leading the bid with 10 million, with still 2 more players to go in order to complete his team. We have the countdown timer 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Selchan gets another player, and he would need a minimum of one more to complete his team. I think we have the last player, and that is none other than Taitama. Guys, great, great player. I personally will vouch for him. Can play anywhere. Is a foot
So
pro as well.
we have Shrey who has come in with 10, but Axel Base quickly with 12. And I think the last player on the last set, I mean, let's
I
see
mean,
if
a player of his caliber, even in this round, can easily cross 50 million. That is what I believe. He is that good. Axel Blaze with 100 million and straight topping it off with 105 million. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Taitama is the great player, and these guys know what they are getting. Countdown timer. Shrey currently leading with 105. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taitama will be joining All Stars to be another star in the team. What a team Shrey has built. Look at those names, and he still has 21 million left. Some of these names are very, very big. And with that, I
I would go
think
to
we
this
will
player
come to the end
because
of the
Fast
stage.
has done extremely well.
Okay, so we're gonna put down the names of all the players who were unsold, and then we're gonna provide that list. So Taylor Gang, Lavender, Hornets FC, Cruise Control, and All Stars. You guys can stay. If anyone else wishes to leave, they can leave. Others, please stay. You get the pick of the lot, and if you want to bid on the same players, then we get an option. Others can leave, please. Okay, so we can take a break and we'll accumulate the list of the players.
All right, so we are going to go on a very short break and we'll be back very soon with the remaining players and we'll just have them go to other teams. Nobody is going to be unsold. So let's take a break now. Welcome back, guys. And now we are going to go into the final set of the auction tournament sets. And this is going to be the players who were not sold. So let's quickly start and get this over with the players that are remaining. So first of all, it's Harsha, and again an excellent player. So let's see if there are teams that are going to bid for Harsha, and let's start with the bidding. So anyone who is in for Harsha, please make your bid. So Rahul Bhai has gone all in. So is there anyone else who is going to bid for Harsha? If not, then we can have the countdown start soon. But if there is any manager who is going to bid for Harsha, Harsha is an excellent, excellent player, and I've played with him, so I know his quality. We have Axel Blaze typing, we have Team Safa typing. Let's see, Axel Blaze. If you are going to bid for him, put your bid out right now, man. If you are going to bid for him, or if there is any other manager who is going to bid for him. Countdown has started. So all right, so Harsha is going to Rahul Bhai's team, and I think Rahul Bhai is going to love the player because he is excellent. So let's go and move on to the next player. Signal Marlin, another one from the Xbox community, another solid player. And let's see if there is any manager who is going to pick Signal Marlin in their team. Very good player, very reliable player. So, oh, Axel Blaze has gone all in 100 million bid. I don't think anybody stands a chance against him. So, Axel Blaze, I think five, or I think the countdown has to go in for him because I don't think anybody can match that. So, five, four, three, two, one. I think he is sold. Yes. So Signal Marlin has gone to Hornets. I think that's the final signing, and the budget is exhausted. So good signing again. So let's move on. Extend any manager who is looking for this player. Any manager. Extend is the name. And before even we had the description. So yeah, Extent is there and 14 by Elton Pinto. And I don't see the bid. I think he or someone deleted actually. So yeah, let's see what is happening. So yeah, the name is out Extinct 22K. And if there are managers who want to bid for it, do it right now. So 14 is there. I think that's the one that has come out so far, and I think Team Safa is going to start with the countdown. So let's see the countdown, and if there is any other manager, do bid right now. So five, four, three, two, one, and sold. So Extent has been sold, and he goes to a team. So he has a team finally, and he goes to Taylor Gang. So goodbye for them, and we move on to the next player. So we have Dark Shadow Faisal. So Faisal is there, and we have to see if any manager is going in for him. Blancos, what do you think? So Silchan is typing, and he has
Absolutely.
gone in for
At
10.
this stage, mini tournament, one of the top scorers in the mini tournament, an absolute bargain, and play on the wings as well as a striker. He's obviously very good at finishing, which is irrelevant from the fact that he was one of the top scorers in the last draft tournament.
And we see that the countdown has finished. So Silchan CFC gets this man, and he I think completes his team. I think the minimum number of players still have some budget left, but I think that was the last player, if I was not wrong. If we have any other player, let their name pop up. I think most of the teams have been filled up, and I think that was the last player. So if there is any player who is still unsold, I think what is going to happen for them is they are going to be randomly distributed to the teams, and they'll get a chance to play, and they will not be sitting out of the tournament. So yeah, I think most of the teams are formed now, and we can see from the screen that the minimum number of players have been matched by almost all the teams. So let's see what you have to say. You can put it into the chat, and we can have the discussion regarding the best teams. So Blancos, do you think
Absolutely.
is the strongest team now?
Well,
I think there
I
are a
see a couple of
lot of
very, very strong teams, some multiple big names. It has to be all stars. Again, a balanced team that I see is control all defeat. Fazil being very smart, getting a lot of good players for a very good amount of coins. And then we have a badass bandits with some huge names and Saki and Altun and Jailing. So they look another top team to me.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams would think that they have the right players to win this auction. So I think that's it for us. Also, it's been a long, long auction. It went on for 3 days, and I would like to say thanks to the team SAFA again for wonderfully organizing the auction across 3 days and giving everyone the opportunity to see their names come up and get a good team for themselves, and also the managers who have stayed up all 3 days late at night and coming in on time also and participating in the auction. So I think that's it for our side, and we have the final teams in front of you. So yeah, I mean, it's time to join your teams, get into practice, and fight it out. The tournament starts next month, and we'll eventually have another winner. So let's hope for the best of the tournament. And if there is anything to be added, Lankos, you can add. Otherwise, it's good night from our side also.
Absolutely, some really great teams being formed. It is going to be a very fun tournament. I see no clear winner at this stage. The teams definitely look balanced, and this is something that you often see in draft tournaments where teams are mostly balanced. So it is going to be great. Can't wait for the tournament to actually begin. And I'm sure we are going to witness a very, very good mini tournament.
Yeah, so I think that's it from our side. And I would like to again thank everyone to be up so late, those who are still watching. And I think that's it. And we'll love to see you guys participating, and all the best for the tournament, guys.